Nestled between the Golden Hills of Northern California, south of San Francisco Bay, lies Silicon Valley, where innovation and entrepreneurship have forged a booming economy. Fueling this metropolis is our most precious resource: water. We use water everywhere, in our homes, in our businesses. But where does it go after we've used it? Underneath the looming skyscrapers and busy streets lies a massive network of sewer systems that feed into the largest advanced wastewater treatment facility in the western United States. The San Jose Santa Clara Regional Wastewater Facility treats over 110 million gallons of wastewater a day, coming from over 1.4 million residents and businesses across the South Bay. We usually don't think about where our water goes, let alone how it's treated. But can you imagine what would happen if we didn't have such an advanced wastewater treatment facility, even for one day? Well, you don't have to imagine. Before 1956, San Jose's simple sewage system sent untreated wastewater directly into the South San Francisco Bay. Known at the time as the Valley of the Heart's Delight, the South Bay was filled with acres upon acres of fruit orchards. Nothing was more evident of our impact on the bay than the colored water discharged by fruit processing industries.
Imagine if our wastewater wasn't treated. How unhealthy that would be. Not just for the aquatic environment in the bay, but also for the people living around that area.
So in 1956, the city of San Jose founded the current wastewater treatment facility. 3 years later, the city of Santa Clara gained a 20% stake and became a co-owner of the facility. The City of San Jose's Environmental Services Department has served as the facility's operator and administrator since its founding. Today, the facility resides on over 2,600 acres and serves 1.4 million residents and 17,000 businesses across 8 Silicon Valley cities and unincorporated areas of Santa Clara County. So how is wastewater cleaned? Wastewater treatment involves a series of processes that imitate nature but sped up. Let's take a close look at this wastewater journey. It begins as soon as wastewater goes down the drain and connects into the 2,300 miles of sewer lines underneath Silicon Valley. When wastewater first enters the treatment facility, it passes through large bar screens called headworks. Rags, plastics, and other large debris get caught on these screens and are removed from the wastewater. Wastewater is then piped into long primary tanks and slowed. Here, fats, oils, and grease float to the top and heavy solid material sinks to the bottom. Large fiberglass bars push the floating particles into troughs and continue on a circular path to the bottom of the tank and scrape the settled material out of the tank. The next stop is the aeration tanks. The incoming wastewater acts as food for naturally occurring bacteria in the tanks. Oxygen is added to create the ideal environment for the bacteria, allowing them to grow and consume the organic pollutants, cleaning the wastewater. The wastewater then flows into large circular tanks called clarifiers. Bacteria in the wastewater are deprived of oxygen inside of the clarifiers, and as a result, they sink to the bottom. Mechanical arms slowly spin around and collect the settled material. Solids are removed from every stage of the wastewater treatment process and are piped to digesters. These large tanks are just like stomachs. They are airtight, kept hot at 98 degrees Fahrenheit, and contain bacteria that break down the solids and produce methane gas as a byproduct. This gas is captured and converted into electricity, which helps meet almost 2/3 of the facility's energy needs. From the clarifiers, wastewater flows through filter beds comprised of gravel and coal, removing any remaining small solids. The filtered water is then mixed with chlorine to remove any remaining bacteria or viruses that would harm public health. After this process, the chlorine is neutralized.
The Regional Wastewater Facility provides incredible benefits to the public health of our region. We remove bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens that if we didn't do our work, they would go right into the bay.
About 20% is delivered to South Bay Water Recycling. The recycled water is distributed to more than 700 customers across the South Bay through an extensive network of purple pipes for use in irrigation and industrial purposes. The remaining 80% of the clean water is released into the outfall channel at the southern tip of the San Francisco Bay. Award-winning laboratory staff monitor the water quality in this area and several other locations in the South San Francisco Bay.
We're very fortunate at the Regional Wastewater Facility. We have an incredibly talented, robust lab staff, analyze over 70,000 samples every year.
Since 1956, the Regional Wastewater Facility has protected public health and the environment and supported the local economy. To ensure the facility can continue to support Silicon Valley for the next 60 years, the City of San Jose and its partners have embarked on a capital improvement program.
A lot of the infrastructure in the United States is old. A lot of these facilities were built in the 50s. Most of the infrastructure is at or beyond its useful service life. And so things like the digesters and the headworks are part of the original build. What it is really a $1.4 billion 10-year program that we're talking about. We've been working on it since late 2013, and it really comprises of 33 big project packages, which will essentially touch every treatment area. We're looking to see how we can incorporate the most efficient technology, consume the least amount of energy. Really, I'm so proud to be part of such a talented and dedicated team. There's really people that are very committed to this program.
The future of the Regional Wastewater Facility is very exciting. Of course, we'll continue to protect public health, the environment, and the economy, but we're looking forward to doing even more so that the Bay can become healthier and healthier. We're excited to help Silicon Valley grow and to enable that. And we're excited to provide an even better level of service to future generations so that their public health can also be protected.